Good afternoon. Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. We say it lots of times, don't we? But it's pretty important today. The Champions League is still in our own hands. We can still do it. Have you seen the team news? What do you think to it? Get your views in. Get your comments in. This is your Fan Zone show. This is your chance whether to say whether Brendan Rodgers has taken a risk today, whether that risk will pay off. Will he be a hero, or will you all at full time be calling for him? It's your time. Let's believe that Leicester can do it. Get your views in, get your comments in now in your Fan Zone show. Get your views in, get your comments into that team. I've got Locks waiting to come in, and Ross, I've just put the link in there. If any of you want to come in, click on the video link. Let me know what you think to the team sheet. Loads of you getting your comments in already. Jamie says, why is he starting the young players at the most important game of the season? It's a good one, Jamie. It's a good question, and one we're going to talk about, isn't it? John says, must win is an understatement. It just simply is a must win. If Leicester want to go into the Champions League, we have to win. Good afternoon to Matty. Well done to you. What do you think, Matty? Do you believe? That is what I want to know from you. Do you believe? LCFC Gray says, good afternoon. LCFC Gray, are you a believer? Do you think we can do it today? Simon May, good afternoon, says, interesting team is the understatement. Listen, I think there's only so many players we've got available today, which perhaps shows a slight lack of depth for us. But the young lads, hey, listen, you throw young lads into the game and either it works, we sink, or we swim today. And I, for one, am hoping that we swim today. Billy Payne says it is a must win. There's no two ways about it. If we want to get into the Champions League, I've got to be fair, if we want to get even into the Europa League, we've got to get a decent result today, because Sheffield United and all the teams below us will be coming at us. Matty Bond says, listen, it's a limited options today with injuries and bans. 2-0 Vardy brace. Let's add in Locks. I'm going to add in Jamie from the Foxes. You should be working, Jamie.
I just finished about 20 minutes ago, so I thought I'd just manage to sneak on and see everyone.
All right, Jamie. Let's start with you, Jamie, then. You've just finished work. What do you think to today's team news?
Well, I've just seen it. Literally, literally 2 minutes before come on, I've just had a look at the team news. We are, like Matty Bond said, we are limited with what team we can select today. But I think that Thomas is a good player. I think it's definitely three at the back, isn't it, with two wing backs. I'm surprised Nacho isn't playing, but I don't know. These young lads might give us that bit of boost we need. So hopefully, I'm a believer, and we just need to get these 3 points. Come on, Leicester, 3 points. That's all we need to qualify for Europe. That's what we want.
Locks, can you talk us through the team? Have you got the team in front of you to talk us through it?
Yes, yeah. So we have got, obviously, Schmeichel in goal. The three centre-halves, obviously, we believe it's the three centre-halves. Bennett, Morgan and Evans. The two wing-backs, James Justin and Luke Thomas. Two centre midfielders, Tielemans and Ndidi. And then the front three, if you like, or the striker and the two wingers, Perez, Vardy and Barnes. So as Jamie mentioned there, we're limited. If we're not going to play Luke Thomas there, then who else are we going to play? We're going to play Chowdhury. We're going to, because he played obviously at wing back or full back in the break in the friendlies. Obviously, as well as that, the other options are playing an attacking player at wing back like Perez or Barnes. So I think Luke Thomas, out of the options that are available, why not? I understand what people are saying. It's a big game to put him in, but we have no options.
Ross, thanks for joining us. Don't forget, if you want to come in, just click on the link. Ross, could we have played a back four and then therefore not had to throw a youngster in at the back? Because I think he is going to play fullback. Ross, I know you're a big believer in the youngsters, by the way. So tell us why he should play.
Yes, I'm happy that George Hurst is on the bench. I've been on a few times. I'm crying out for him to at least either get a start or have a crack on the bench, and my wish has come true. And it's ironic that he used to play for Sheffield Wednesday as a youngster as well. It's a bit ironic as well. So, but no, I think the Luke Thomas one, it's good. I think it's fresh because nobody nobody from Sheffield United, unless they've been scouting him in the Premier League 2 stuff, is nobody knows who he is, like what he is, what he can do, or anything. So I think it is fresh. People said, "Oh, why we're putting youngsters in now?" Well, you're right. We've got no other options. Soyuncu's out, Madison's out, Chilwell is out. I think it's good in a way. And obviously, this is a massive game today, even bigger for myself. I'm just outside my friend's house. You know, they're all Sheffield United fans. They're all inside. So I'm very looking forward to this game. A bit nervous.
Benkovic?
He's still on loan, isn't he? Bristol City.
We'll see next season maybe, but
How much?
He scored a stunning goal. He scored a stunning goal last night, didn't he? He scored a stunning goal last night.
What did we pay for him? 16 million?
18 million, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah, around that.
Wow.
Not available today.
Jamie? Did I make a mistake? That Simon Battersby just put a comment. Jamie, we need to win all 3 to get in Champions League, not just tonight. But if we win tonight, we're in Europe, aren't we? We get the 3 points.
Top 5.
Guaranteed Europa League.
Yeah, so if we win tonight, we've definitely got Europe, haven't we? I know it's not Champions League, but we've definitely got Europe if we win tonight.
I believe so, because that's partly because we stop Sheffield United getting the points as well. This is where it's all complicated with who's playing who. Sheffield United, if we draw today, we leave the door slightly ajar against ourselves for Europa League. If we lose tonight,
Phil, we're not going to. Shut up. We're not going to.
No, I'm a believer. I think we're going to win. I've told you all. I believe we're going to win. Locks.
We've got to be positive.
I think this
to be positive.
Is massive in a way because you've got a size. Sheffield United, they've got their tails up.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're just beating Chelsea 3-0. And this is unpredictable, this Premier League. This season is unpredictable.
Talk about, well, it is unpredictable, Ross, but Locks, again, we keep saying must-win games. We were absolutely shocking against Bournemouth. We just cannot do that tonight, can we, Locks?
No, I mean, look, other teams have helped us out massively in the past few weeks. We've had so many chances to go on, and we should have secured Champions League by now, if I'm honest with you. It shouldn't even be coming down to this game, let alone the last 3 games. So, but I think, look, we've been given that last chance. I think that Man United draw, that last minute equaliser from Southampton, that was our last chance. If we mess up tonight, we're not going to get another chance. There's no way. Other teams, the bigger teams, they've got players that are more experienced, and I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe they might have the bottle to get over the line. But that Southampton equaliser, I think that was our last chance. So we need to push on, and that needs to serve as some kind of, motivation to the players to think someone's looking over us here. Someone wants us to, crack on here and get it, and it's up to them. It's down to them to make sure that happens.
Jamie, last week I had the pleasure, thank you to you for organising Speaking with Brian Little. He let us into a little secret. He said that game, the 1994 Leicester City playoff final at Wembley, when he shoved Steve Walsh up top. He said that team he picked, he said if we'd have lost, he thought he'd have got the sack through picking that team. Now, I'm not saying anything like that for Brendan Rodgers before anybody says anything, but it is fairly brave to shove in a debut player at this stage of the season. He could have played a forward back, and he could have not risked Thomas.
I think what he's done, I mean, Dipak's just made a good point. I'll make Dipak. Nobody's had more must-win games since the restart than us. It's true, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it takes a manager with a big pair of cojones to make a decision like that to play. Is he 18 or 19, Luke Thomas? I'm not sure.
19.
To drop him in
19 years
probably one of our biggest games this year. I think. Well, in the last few since the restart, this is probably our biggest game that we need. And to do that, like Brian Little said, he's the one that makes the decisions, and he's where the buck stops. So this is where Rodgers will earn his money tonight. If this comes off, the only thing I hope is Luke Thomas doesn't make a mistake and it leads to a Sheffield United goal, and he's going to get ripped to shreds. We know Leicester fans like making a scapegoat of a player. That's what I'm just hoping that doesn't happen at all. But I hope Rodgers has made the decision. Let's hope it works. Back three, it's probably. I'm not sure. I don't know about Luke Thomas. Whether he's got a bit of pace on him, same as Justin. I'm not sure. Whether it's because we've got Bennett and Evans and Morgan to cover for the back as well. I don't know. But cause I've heard of him, but I don't know what he plays like. I really don't know what he plays like. I know he's left-sided. That's all I know. But just hope Rodgers is ready for this.
Ross, it is all about Luke Thomas. Is it Luke Thomas? Honestly,
Luke Thomas, yeah.
What have you seen much of him? I know you've watched the youth lads.
I've seen little bits. When Leicester put the matches on. When the Premier League 2. Sometimes it's put on free to watch.
Yes,
I have seen a bit of him. He's honestly a very decent player on that left hand side, as well. And I think Rodgers might have had a little glimpse of Leicester fan TV, because a few people have made that change and stuff. And I mentioned about the youth players. Why not give the chance? And this is the biggest chance, and it's against Sheffield United, by the way. Because someone's just put in Sheffield. It's Sheffield United. I think it's just a friend that. But I'll have to go in a second. But my prediction, I think we're going to win 2-1. I think Vardy will get a goal, and if Hurst does come on, I think he'll get the winner. I hope he does come on as well. If he does, then I'll be coming on afterwards to say I was right.
Ross, is it your love child, old George?
No, what it is, I've always said about giving people a chance. Before Chowdhury made his debut, I always cried out for Chowdhury to get a start. He got a start, and I bet his dad as well. When the under-23s beat Donny 3-0, George Hurst was an amazing player that game. He scored as well. I've seen him play a lot. He's got 19 goals in 24 starts in the Premier League 2. Why not give him a little opportunity? If he's anything like his dad, he knows where the net is. 6'3" as well. So yeah, there we go. I'm
Ross,
back in house now.
We're going to let you go, Ross. Fans. You're watching it with Sheffield United fans. When we score, yes. I want you to video them, and I want you to rub it in. And when we win, bring them on at the end.
Yeah.
Bring them on at the end.
It depends on how the game goes.
Ross, if it goes, yes.
So, right.
If it goes downhill, don't go anywhere near them. Thanks, Ross. See you later. Don't forget, if any of you want, if any of you want to click on the link, I will share it again. I'm just putting it in there. Always great to get extra fans coming on and giving us views. We're going to keep Jamie and Locks with us for a little bit more. Daniel's just asked about Christian Fuchs. He's injured, so hence why he isn't in there. Matthew says Justin seems to be versatile. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to ask Jamie how he thinks. What's the midfield we've got then? We've got Ndidi, Tielemans, Perez and Barnes. How do you think, Jamie, the midfield is going to line up? And before you answer that, Jamie, what I want to know from people while you're watching, keep getting those comments in. I'll keep putting as many in as possible as we can. If you think we're going to win today, I want to see some positivity. If you're watching this on Facebook, this is unashamedly, I want likes. If you're on Facebook, I want a like. If you're watching on Twitter or Periscope, give us a retweet. Let's see how many of these we can get. If you're on YouTube, give us a like as well. Let's see how many of those. I can see them on screen now. We haven't got many at the moment, you lot. So give us loads of likes. Here's Jamie. Like it. Jamie, come on. What are we going to do about midfield? How's that lining up, do you think?
Well, we've got Tielemans and Ndidi, haven't we? So, and Perez is, I don't know. How is it? So you've got the back five, and then you've got Tielemans, Perez, Barnes, Vardy, and have I missed one? Ndidi.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to. We've not even got onto it, guys. Where's Nacho?
Yeah.
I thought he's been playing really well. I thought he's been our bit of glue that actually has been working. To see another player up with Jamie Vardy, he got took off against Bournemouth.
He didn't play very well against Bournemouth, did he?
I thought he did. I thought he was I said it. He was like playing like Okazaki. He was the bit of glue. I'm not being negative. I'm trying to be positive. But if I'm Nacho, I'm a bit like, what do I have to do to stick in this team?
Totally agree with you, Phil. I can't see what he did wrong. As soon as that changed, then the whole atmosphere, the whole game changed completely.
I mean, Barnes is in the team, and again, I thought he came on and did precious little against Bournemouth. But what do we know?
No, we're just fans, Phil. We're just fans.
No, I mean,
what do you reckon, Nacho?
Yeah, Nacho should be starting. I mean, obviously, when Jamie there was trying to work out who's playing where, it's a tough one again because obviously. I mean, we've got Perez, Vardy, Barnes, right? That's who it's showing as the forwards. Perez can play up front. He can play behind the striker. We've seen him more often than not on the wing. So I don't know if that's a Perez and Barnes on the wing and then just Vardy up there, or it's Perez and Vardy with Barnes behind. I can't really work it out. I mean, obviously we'll realise when we start watching the game. But yeah, Nacho, all those months and what was it, a year, 2 years where he was disappointing. He was coming on and he wasn't really making an impact. And then in the last year, he's had his best games for us, and then this, all I can think is it knocks his confidence, if anything.
Well, I mean, Locks, he holds the ball up.
Yeah.
He takes the defenders away off Vardy because they're suddenly like, hey, we've got another striker who can score. I think Nacho's got 9 or 10 goals this season, so that's not a bad return for us for the second striker who doesn't start most matches. Fans are putting in there that somebody on Facebook saying not happy about Nacho playing in there. Stephen Payne saying Nacho more effective off the bench. I actually don't think Nacho is that effective off the bench. I think he's offered more when he started, to be fair.
He takes time to get into the game, doesn't he?
Yeah.
When you come on a sub, you have to, I admit, I'm not a big fan of Demarai Gray, but Demarai Gray, when he comes on, he's an impact player and he goes. Nacho, it takes 10, 15 minutes to build up and then he's in. So that's why I think he's a better starter than he is a sub, to be honest. But what do we know? We're only fans.
Yeah, and hey, listen. I'm keeping this positive because we've got to believe, we've got to be sat there, and we've got to watch it. But it is a question mark. Is A, Rodgers put in a young lad? B, Nacho, who a lot of us fans seem to be thinking has been one of the more positive people since the restart, is not in. I think Locks, this Ndidi, Tielemans, Perez, Barnes, Vardy again. There's no Pratt in there. There's no Pratt. There's a lot of attacking players in there, but
personally,
Bournemouth, though, Pratt.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Personally, I know it sounds crazy because we lost 4-1, but it was a game of two halves. That game, I would have started today's, apart from the forced changes, Soyuncu and obviously Luke Thomas having to come in as well. I would start the game how we started it against Bournemouth, because we had a good the first half against Bournemouth, and it was when those unforced changes took place at half time. That's when it went to so I personally, people may disagree with me. I think we should have started the game today like we did against Bournemouth, because we were on top of the game. We were dominating it, and obviously we all know what happens. But yeah, I'm really surprised to see Nacho starting on the bench today, if I'm honest with you.
Jamie, this is one of those
Sorry,
games.
I was just reading comments. Sorry, I was just reading comments. You put that Jamie pointing well, that 3-4-1-2. I was just trying to work out how that one works.
With 3 games to go, we should pretty much know what the best formation is, shouldn't we? But we are.
I don't think he knows.
I don't think we know. We all thought this was a plan B after the Arsenal game, didn't we? But that plan B is not turned into a plan B. It's God knows what it's turned into at the minute. But I'm not sure whether I'm nervous or nervously excited, to be honest.
Yeah.
What we got?
Oh, Phil, what you done?
Well, I'm gonna play this in the background because listen, we'll probably get told off by the club for playing this, but
I'll just play it. Whatever, just play it.
Hang on. Let me just.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna add it. Hang on. The wonders of technology.
At Phil's fingertips.
You need the audio, Jamie. That's what we need. Here we go.
I've got it.
Can you hear this?
No.
Oh
well.
Give it a second, guys. Now, we'll probably get told off for showing this, won't we? But we need a bit of this. Can you hear it, chaps?
Just.
No. If only we had him playing. And him up top.
I think we need a bit of fighting spirit today, lads, don't we?
We need a bit of passion, a bit of aggression from the off. That's what we need. Let's Stevie, oh, look at that. Oh, brilliant. I was there. Silence of the Rams. I've got goosebumps just thinking about that.
That was the
master stroke. The picture of the Fox. The picture of the Fox looking on that pitch there. It's just Stevie Claridge. Super Stevie Claridge. Heskey guys. Oh, I missed that game. When he scored that. I was getting married that day, unfortunately. Told the missus all about it. I said, I shouldn't be getting married on day Leicester played, but she said, no, I'm not having it.
I think it is. Today's the day, isn't it, chaps? If we're going to be in the Champions League next season, there is no question about it. We have to recreate some of this. As fans, it's just desperately sad we're not there to cheer them on today, and that's when it's hard, isn't it?
I think I'm sick of saying must win. I think I'm sick of saying it's a must win game. We've said it so often, in the past few weeks. Go on, Jamie. I don't know what to say.
No, God, no, I don't. I'm just looking at that Fox, and seeing that Fox in the ground is getting me all goosies, and it's just we just need some passion. That header by Stevie Howard, that's what we need. Now, he was the bloke. He wasn't the best player, but he showed so much get up and at him. That's what we need tonight. We need someone like that to come on, stir up the passion, and we can't stir up the crowd, but I think that's what we need, some passion and some aggression and from the off. But Brendan Rodgers doesn't seem to give that. But the players need to.
Yeah,
I don't know, just something.
I'd love to see a Wes Morgan goal today. That would.
So would Phil.
Yeah,
I would. I think Wes has got to lead the team out. He's captain. He's club captain. He's not played that much this season. Wes has got to get there and do it today.
Reece Taylor, overhead Morgan, Wes Morgan, 30-yard kick. Overhead kick from 30 yards. I think that's a little bit too much wanting from Big Wes.
Yeah, we need that. I mean, did you both see Top's statement today or yesterday, whenever it was? I think it was today. He put a statement out, which is obviously in the program, not like anyone's going to buy it or read it, but yeah, it was good. It was a little bit moving. He said about how expectations change. Obviously, he made the point that if you told us at the start of the season that we'd be in this position now, we'd be happy, we'd be over the moon. But expectations change. It's as simple as that. You can't go through half the season playing like we did and then it's switching off at December. I mean, we need to see a similar performance to what we were having. That Southampton 9-0, that drive, that aggressiveness. Even for in that game we were 4-5 up and we kept going, and that's what we didn't have against Bournemouth. After that goal, we were 1-0 up at half time, and that was it. We were passengers after that. And that's what we can't allow to happen anymore.
Come on, lads, we've got to go. We've got to go and watch
it. My last couple of sentences is fearless Foxes and Foxes never quit. Yeah. That is it for me tonight. That's what we need. And a win. Sorry.
And a win. It's got to be a win.
Yeah.
I'll see you. I'll be back on at half time, and we'll see you guys. Whoever wants to join us at full time. Let's just make it happen today, guys. Let's make it happen.
Come on, you Foxes.
Come on, Leicester.